Alright, so Chinchilla Run has officially released, and I want to make a video kind of talking about what I learned while making the game and what I learned releasing the game. And so first of all, I wanted to kind of look at the statistics so far. There's really not much to show because it's just the first day, but I can compare it to Glitch Dash. So Glitch Dash on the first day got about 80 views because of the game jam. People were looking at it all the time to like rate it and stuff, and I was rating their games, and so they were looking at it. So far though, Chinchilla Run is actually not doing as badly as I thought it would do on the first day. It's doing pretty well. It currently has 53 views, 6 downloads, not bad. Click-through rate is pretty terrible. It's only like 1.2%, but that's okay. And in terms of traffic, I can actually check where I have my laptop up in front of me here, so I can see that most of the traffic is coming from Facebook because my sister has been awesome at promoting the game, so thanks for that. But there's actually a good bit, at least like a little under half of the views are from itch.io itself, so mainly from like new games and stuff, so maybe we'll see a little bit more views from that over the next few days. We'll see, maybe not, that's okay. I think it's going pretty well. People have downloaded the game, people have played the game. A little under half of everyone who has seen the game and opened the game have played it in browser, which is pretty cool. We'll just see how it keeps on going for the next few days. Alright, so that's generally all I wanted to talk about in terms of the release itself. Now, in terms of the actual game, what I learned and things like that, it was pretty fun to make overall. I did a few things that were completely new to me, like procedural generation. That was really fun to mess with. Spent a lot of time working on the feel of the controls, which I thought was pretty fun. I got used to that, and I think the game feels really good. I think it's very fun, actually, I think. And like attacking and picking up coins and things, despite the weirdness of the game, the weird like dragon Quetzal things and just skeletons, like the game makes no sense unless you kind of know what's going on there. But yeah, it's fun, it's silly, I love it. But I also am so glad it's done. I'm like, alright, the project's done, I'm shelving it, I'm putting it aside. Obviously, check out my sister's book, because that's kind of the whole point of this project, was it's the chinchilla. So yeah, in terms of bad points, things that didn't go so well. Oh, that sun just got super bright. So I had some trouble pushing it to the Google Play Store because of privacy laws and things like that, so it makes sense, but I didn't set it to appeal to children because I knew that there was some, like, I never make any of my videos set to appealing to children because then you have to deal with all sorts of annoying legal issues and things like that, which is a pretty recent thing, I believe. So I ended up not being able to push it to the Google Play Store because they decided that it's going to maybe appeal to children, so I still need a privacy policy and things like that. So I tried to like look up how to make one, but I would have to like pay who knows how much, and it would just be ridiculous, so I did not have I just decided it wasn't worth it, and I definitely wasn't going to worry about pushing it to the Apple Store because you need to pay like $100 a year, and I'm not going to make that much money off of this game. So it was definitely not worth it. So unfortunately for iPhone users, myself included, I can't even play my own game. People seem to enjoy it, so that's cool. Yeah, so overall, pretty good, awesome learning experience. I've never made a mobile game before. I learned how to do touch controls, which is cool. I had some trouble with it at first. I ended up doing, like, it basically ended up being exactly what I wanted it to be, which you can't always say for a game. Like, originally I thought it would be a platformer, but then it became an endless runner, and once I knew it was going to be an endless runner, it's basically exactly what I wanted it to be, so these are pretty good. So, what's next? What am I going to do on this channel going forward? I've made a game in a weekend with Steve. I've made a game in about a month, a little bit under a month. I've been working on this RPG. I do have a few pretty interesting plans that I'm pretty excited for. One of those things is, well, I definitely want to take the channel in a bit of a more serious direction, a bit of like actually starting to do some serious work. And one of those things is I want to start making a tutorial series just to kind of expand my audience, just to kind of have something that people can go to and learn. And also because I feel like a lot of the really good Unity tutorials out there don't actually help beginners to really integrate that knowledge. Like, they don't really give you anything to practice or or they don't give you any starting point and an expectation of the skills that you start with versus the skills that you're going to end with. So yeah, with the tutorial series, I'm going to want it to be kind of more of a sort of step-by-step kind of thing. You begin with this much knowledge and then you go to a certain point where you can just handle yourself essentially and kind of do your own research. The other thing that I'm super excited for is to actually start a new game project. I've been getting tons of ideas for something that I wanted to do, something that I can work on for a longer period of time, a bigger project, because right now, you know, like I said, I made a game in a weekend, I made a game in a little under a month, and you know, why not make something bigger now? Why not go nuts, marketing, get serious with it? I started doing some research, I started getting some ideas, I got super inspired. I watched a whole video on Firewatch. Firewatch has kind of been super inspiring for me for this new game. I've always wanted to make like a narrative game. Like I always wanted my games to be mediums of storytelling, right? I want to get good messages out there, not just have kind of like silly things. And as much as, you know, Chinchilla Run has like killing the Pachamama statue, so you know, teaching you to not be idolatrous and to destroy false idols. So that's a good thing there. But you know, obviously it's the whole thing's pretty much like lighthearted and stuff. I want to make like a serious game, like a game that will kind of like force you to think. So essentially the way I've been pitching this idea to people as I've been explaining it is, imagine Firewatch with fantasy and in a city. So basically what I have so far in my head is this game will be about like an elf in this crazy, like, in, you know, the setting that I've been putting my RPG in, so it's going to be in that world. You essentially, like, the story is going to follow him through his progression as a character, and he's going to have to evaluate information and analyze a situation that he gets involved with based on his perceptions versus based on reality. Now, Firewatch has that sort of Metroidvania style to it. I would also want to integrate that, and the way I would probably do it is kind of adding like that magical element into the game where he has to kind of get new abilities and then maybe get access to new information that way. And I also want it to be like 100% not hand-holding. So I don't want like any like GUI in the game. Like you'll have to like learn where everything is on your own, and you'll have to essentially like remember directions and put the pieces together yourself, which is probably going to be a little bit difficult to do. This is kind of a big, difficult project that I'm about to undertake here, but hey, we'll see if it works. Anyways, stay tuned for that devlog. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm super excited for where the channel's going. Hopefully the channel will grow and we'll kind of see a bit of a bigger audience going on. Hopefully people will be more interested in this game as I make it. So yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching.